House spiders, big, small, domestic or rural, are common for many people because they're synanthropic, living near humans. Today's video is about these spiders. I know many people dislike or fear them, and many of my viewers probably feel uneasy seeing one. Me? Zbierda, who scurries around, I don't know, in the bathtub or in the basement. It's big, black, has thin legs, and overall it's a terrifying creature. I'll try to show you one of the representatives of house spiders today. I'll tell you exactly what it is in a moment. For now, it's sitting in a jar, and that's a completely wrong way to keep house spiders. So we'll move it soon, try to feed it, and do some other things like that. Let's start with how I actually got this spider, because here I have to thank my mom very much. She actually caught this house spider in our home, in the basement. Meeting a house spider like this, I think from your own experience, you know is not a problem at all, because as I mentioned, these spiders prefer being around humans. And they live in buildings, basements, and so on, in attics. Basically everywhere we live as well. So getting a spider of this type is not a problem. I also have a container ready for it, though it's not well suited to its lifestyle. It's a container of the 11X-11-X11 type, and here there's ventilation and so on. There's a red clay, some other little things. So we'll put the spider in here. Now for its species classification, this is where the fun starts. We'll handle it. Since it's going to a new home anyway, we have to take the spider out of the jar sooner or later. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'll stick my finger and it's fine. Come on, come here. Hello, that's a house spider. Whoa, where are you going? What exactly is this spider? You'll probably say it's a house spider, right? Yes, it's a house spider, but what does that really mean? Which species is it? Is it a single spider or more than one? In Poland, we call spiders from two genera house spiders. First is the genus Tegenaria. The most common species is Tegenaria domestica, the common house spider. It's a small spider, much like this one. The second genus is Eratigena, and the genus Eratigena includes two species. The most common is the giant house spider, Eratigena atrica, also called the greater house spider. That's exactly what this spider is called, and it's the same spider that has such a large leg span. And it's the one that most people are afraid of when they encounter such a huge sprawling spider. I don't know, maybe in the bathtub, in the basement, or anywhere else. Those are Eratigena atrica, giant house spiders. The males have the largest leg spans. So what are you looking at? This is most likely a female. And that's that. The spider itself, if you look at it up close, is actually very beautiful. Okay, here you have shades of brown and beige. But the abdomen, it's kind of mottled, dark and light. It's actually quite pleasant to look at. But seriously, you really have to take a close look at what this little spider looks like up close. And the chelicerae look okay, a bit scary. Now, as for the breeding conditions, I don't think I'll go into too much detail here. We'll talk about all sorts of crazy things like how to mark these spiders and so on and so forth. You can easily find all of that on the internet. And on the internet you'll also find a lot of nonsense about him, like what happens if such a spider bites you? Is it dangerous or harmful? Here's the thing. Let's establish some facts. This spider, the giant house spider, is venomous. Like all funnel weavers, which is the family this and all other giant house spiders belong to, it is of course venomous. It also has fairly large chelicerae, since the spider itself is not small at all. It's actually among the largest Polish spiders. I'm talking about size here, so it can easily pierce human skin. I know from experience, because as a kid I let a pretty big giant house spider bite me. It hurts a bit, but nothing really happens. So yes, it can bite. Yes, it can pierce human skin. Yes, it's venomous. But is it actually dangerous? No. It has weak venom, and even if there is such a thing as an allergy to this spider's venom, I'm not sure if our bodies detect the venom of such a spider as an allergen. I have no idea. Anyway, if it were detected, like in my case with bees, for example, once a bee stung me on the cheek and you know my face swelled up like a ball, well, at most there would just be a slightly bigger reaction. Generally, this spider's venom isn't dangerous to humans, that's the point. That this spider first has to bite, and to bite, well, as you can see, it's not like this spider is aggressive or defensive. Will it cause a scene here like tarantulas do? This spider will usually just run away. That's its main form of defense. Escape. Escape, hide, just disappear, and it's gone. This spider won't attack us. Honestly, for it to bite, I'd have to press it against my skin. Then, maybe, it could use its chelicerae against me. Bite me, so really there's nothing to be afraid of. And I know that a lot of people, well, kill these spiders, yes. When they find a big beast like that in the house, they grab a slipper and bam, the spider's gone. In my view, if someone is scared and there's no other option, it can't be helped. I can't tell anyone what to do. But look at it this way, those spiders are actually useful. They're useful little creatures that make sure there are fewer other less pleasant animals around us, like flies, mosquitoes, and other nasty insects that I, for example, can't stand. I really hate mosquitoes, horseflies, and regular flies. Honestly, I'd much rather be around this little guy than any fly. Let's put her in the container. Actually, let's let her stay here. Actually, let her make a little spider nest here. Oh, no, we're going down. Bye. I guess she doesn't want to. Oh, she came down, and that's good. You can see the spider looks like this. And he already hid. If he makes a web here, we'll try to feed him, and right now I'll show you how I feed this spider, because that's also quite a cool spectacle. And so far for the past few days, I've been feeding him with Turkish cockroach hatchlings. And seriously, if someone would like to keep a spider, the house spider is actually a pretty good choice for a first one. Because, well, you don't have to pay for it, it's, let's say, free. It's a synanthropic species, so taking it from the wild won't harm it since it already lives among us. And it's a nice substitute, I don't know, for tarantulas or other spiders if you don't want those yet. If you're not ready for tarantulas, you can start with a house spider like this. It'll be nice too. It will be an interesting subject to observe, as I mentioned. Feeding them isn't an issue. They're voracious spiders and quite pleasant, despite what many people think. They're just terrifying and scary. And he's going to tinker with something here. Let me show you one more thing in this terrarium. There's a spider sitting here, actually the biggest one of the largest Polish spider species. It's larger than the house spider in body length. It's a marsh spider, as you know from at least 2 videos. And this marsh spider is a large adult female. You can see her over there. However, about 2 weeks ago, something happened that I never expected. Listen, she laid an egg sac. Seriously, she made a cocoon. And now, what about this cocoon? Well, unfortunately, I think I have to disappoint you here because this cocoon is what is called a test cocoon in tarantulas or something like that. Basically, this cocoon is unfertilized. How do I know? Because this female molted at my place. She had no contact with a male, so most likely, unless my knowledge fails me. Unless these spiders reproduce by parthenogenesis, nothing will emerge from this cocoon since the eggs are unfertilized. But what's fantastic is that fen spiders, the female fen spiders, they take care of these cocoons, they carry them. They're really great mums.
You'll see in a moment, she's just been carrying this cocoon under her for 2 weeks straight.
She takes care of it, she doesn't eat, she doesn't want to eat, and honestly I'm a bit worried about this fen spider because it would be a real shame if she, I don't know, died from exhaustion. That would be a total bummer and I really don't want to let that happen. So this cocoon, she's guarding it now. That's just how it is. Amazing spiders. Soon we'll release these females into the wild, while the house spider stays with me. As you can see, my friends, house spiders aren't scary. They're useful and just live their lives. You just have to get used to them. So if anyone ever tells you that they're somehow deadly dangerous or gives you any other such nonsense information, just don't listen to them. Get some conscious, good, reliable knowledge and everything will be fine. Of course, let me know what you think about this little spider. How did you like it? If you've ever kept one, because I know a lot of people had these house spiders as their very first spiders. Leave a comment under the video. I'll say goodbye for now and see you in the next video. Bye.